Hey guys, what's up? It's Joey here, and I titled this, Are You a Student or Are You an Egomaniac, for a reason, just to pique your interest and get you like, what is he talking about here? And the reason I titled this way is because I'm reading a new book. I read one every single week. This one is by Ryan Holiday. It's Ego is the Enemy. And right away, it hits you right away in this, and it's so important to understand if you are a student or if you have the ego in the way. And let me tell you something, that we all have the ego in the way, no matter where you are in the process of your business, your life, your career, whatever it is, right? If you are progressing to do something, if you are caught in struggling, you might have an ego where you don't want to ask any questions, you don't want to ask for any help. If you are if you are in the aggression stage, not in the aggressive, in the achievement stage where you want to achieve the biggest things in the world, you might have this ego where you have these big ideas and you're not really progressing to do anything. All you do is talk about them. Just go start reading the book and you'll understand what I'm talking about here. But here's my take on it. Just getting into the first 50 or so pages of this, which is really important, because I find that when we talk about the stuff in terms of the ego, and again, I'm kind of overshooting with the egomaniac. I don't think you're an egomaniac, neither am I. But we all have that ego that is in there and stopping us from progressing forward. One of the things is, because I'm a coach, I see this all the time. I see that people don't go into coaching, right? They don't go into or continue coaching when they get to a certain point. Now we all get to a point where we've learned something and we think that we're done. We want to be done. And that's what Ryan talks about as well in this book as well. If you're not a student that wants to, continuously absorb and continuously grow, and you just want to be done, then that's the ego getting in the way, right? I am a student of knowledge. I love knowledge. That's why I read a book every single week. It's why I continuously absorb information. It's not because I'm an information junkie. It's because I want to get better at my craft. I want to get better at coaching. And so I try to move my ego out of the way. And one of the examples here to help you with this is by understanding how to position yourself to fight your own ego, whether you know it's there or not. And one of the ways is that, I forget the guy's name. I want to make sure that I get this right, because I don't want to mess this guy up. This is an example of fighting, like, when you're martial arts, right? And I remember this because I was in martial arts for a couple of years, 4 or 5 years, when I was 17. And I remember this training. And basically the guy's name is Frank Shamrock. And Frank Shamrock, in the book here, it's just an example of how he trains fighters. And what you do is you have, there's three different ways of doing this. It's called a plus, minus, or equal. And what that is like, you have somebody who is better than you have someone who is equal than you, and you have someone who is less than you to train with all the time. And when I read that, it reminds me of the things that I do personally, and maybe it'll help you too, in terms of growing as a coach or growing as a business or whatever. So there's always somebody in my world in one of those three areas. I always have coaches and mentors that I'm paying that are way better than me, so I could learn from them. That's my plus. Then I have equal colleagues that I'm in masterminds with. Every single week I'm in masterminds and talking to colleagues and people that we are in the same situations. We can support each other, we can help each other out, that I learn from, and they help me along those things. And then there's people that are in the less category, if you want to call it that, who I know a little bit more than they do, and those are my coaching clients. Those are my students. Those are people that I actually can help bring them up, but I learn from them so much more than they learn from me, believe me. And if you have all of these three things in place, is the plus, equal, and the minus in your life, I think that your business is going to explode beyond what you can imagine right now. So if you don't have these people in your life, or these courses or books or whatever it is in your life, strongly encourage you to push the ego out of the way and start asking for help. And even if you are in a position where you are an expert, then help other people below that are just a little bit below you, who don't know as much as you, because you'll learn from them as well. And then equal. Get someone or a group together, 4 or 5 people that you continuously hang around with, and speak to them on that level where you're supporting each other and you're going through the same things, because you need that support group. And this is where, what Ryan is talking about here is getting that ego out of the way, especially when it comes to someone who is better than you. That's the real emphasis that I really want to put on you. So if you are not investing in yourself, both time and money, like both of them, I think you're doing a disservice to yourself. Honestly, I do it. I've been doing it since now 2012, putting like hard-earned money, even when I don't have it, out there, and it sometimes is really difficult. But the information and the energy that I get back, and even the feedback and the hard critical feedback that I get, is the most important thing. That is the biggest thing that you want to learn as an entrepreneur, is how to take critical feedback and criticism, like, professional criticism, and use it to your advantage. Because you're at a vantage point if you're sitting in your office like I am all day basically, and working on copy or programs or whatever it is that you're so involved, you're so inside the forest that you can't see the trees, right? You can't see the forest for the trees. You can't see the picture frame if you're the picture. You can't see the frame, right? So you need that outside resource to help you do those things. And that's why it's really important to have all of those three levels of people in your life. People who are better than you, pay those coaches, pay people to help you to see something that you just don't see, even if it's simple things, and someone who is, or people that are in equal as you, colleagues, things like that, we do masterminds where we're meeting every single week. And then students, people who you can help, whether they're paying you for that to help them or not, you're just mentoring people, and that will lift you up as well and increase the knowledge and the the knowledge and teaching that you are going to get from all those other places as well. Okay, so listen, I hopefully helped this out. This is a great book. If you haven't got it already, Ego is the Enemy. This is my new book this week. I'll be finished this one this week and move on to the next one. Maybe I'll give you another recommendation for a book next week. If this helped you out, let me know below and tell me, hey, what's going on with your life, and if it's going to help someone else and you think it's going to help someone else, share it with them too. And I hopefully that you have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.